April 24th. Perspective. For the great day of his wrath has come, and who is able to stand? Revelation 6:17. Perspective is an interesting thing. A couple once told me that the life-threatening illness that struck a member of their family turned out to be the best thing that had ever happened to them, although at the time they felt quite differently. The would-be immigrant who hurriedly arrived at the wharf in Southampton, England, too late to make the Titanic's maiden voyage, saw her disappointment tempered when news that the Titanic had sunk in the Atlantic. Weeks later, she safely made it to the United States, where she raised her family. One man's decision to accept Jesus into his life brought about his termination from his place of employment. Shortly afterward, a business opportunity enabled him to afford Christian education for his children. What seems bad at the time can turn out to be a blessing. And the reverse can also be true. Something that is a blessing for one can seem to be quite the opposite for another. In Revelation 6, Jesus' second coming is described. He returns to the world, which has to be good news, right? But when Jesus returns to the world, not everyone rejoices. Some cry out for the mountains and rocks to fall upon them, saying, "Hide us from the face of him that sits on the throne." For some people, the second coming of Jesus will be very bad news. In Matthew 24, verses 40 and 41, Jesus spoke about this, saying, "Then 2 men will be in the field. One will be taken and the other left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill. One will be taken and the other left." Which is another way of saying that when Jesus returns, some will be saved and some will be lost. Those unprepared for Christ's return are lost for the simple reason that they did not choose to surrender to Jesus. And instead of his return being the best event they've ever experienced, his coming for them a calamity. Let Christ's return be good news for you.